It's Shani on Shani Speaks Now. Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Shani here, your little big sis, and I'm super excited because I have my first vlog for 2023, and it is my ombre brow session before and after for my first session all the way through my touch-up. Enjoy! Hey guys, good morning. So I am doing this vlog because I'm getting my eyebrows done. I'm doing micropowder brows. As you can see, my brows are a little sparse, which I added some tails, but I'm excited. So I'm getting that done today, and I'm gonna vlog the experience. If they come out great, wonderful, then you all will see it all. And if they don't, you'll never see this, but I have full faith that it'll come out absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to just experience this process. It's been something I've thought of for literally the last 2 years, so it is not something that I'm taking lightly, as it is permanent makeup, but I'm excited to go and travel to see one of my cousins for her to get it done. She's been doing it professionally for the last couple years, and I cannot wait to see her work done on this face. So see these brows? You will not see these brows like this ever again. All right, so stick with me on this crazy eyebrow micro powder adventure. All right, guys, so I made it to my destination. I'm finally gonna get the brows done. So you probably can't tell, but my brows are a little sparse, and I actually penciled this in this morning. I didn't do anything to the front of them. But me getting my brows done is not just a frivolous cosmetic thing. I have actually had hormonal acne on and off throughout the years, and I've had medications and things that I've had to use on my face and my skin that have been pretty harsh, and that over time it seems that it's almost like thinned out my lashes, on top of back in the day doing the waxing and the tweezings and the threadings and all the things. So this is kind of like an investment for me to go ahead and have these brows done, because as you all know, I'm always on the gram, I'm doing YouTube videos, so I want to not have to worry about buying eyebrow pencils and doing my brows, because it can take a minute, because I am very, very serious about my brows. I got all the things, all the gels, all the pomades, all the eye pencils. So I'm excited to have this done. So I'll show you all around the shop a little bit, and I will introduce you to my lash technician, who happens to also be family, and then see what parts of the process that I can capture, and probably let you in on the healing process as well, because I know that it's going to be a thing. So yeah, stay tuned. So this is where I'll be getting them done. It's super cute in here, all the aesthetic. And then I'll show you where I will be laying my burdens down to get them done. All right, I'm about to go down under, guys. Down brows under. I'm excited though. She's about to clean my eyebrows off and do the brow mapping, and I'll probably show you all the lines, because I'm sure there's going to be the most, and then see what I can cover of the process. So here we go. So this is the brow mapping process, which is very cool. It's kind of a collaboration between me and her. She's using threads, she's using pencil, she's using brushes, she's using scissors, she's drawing lines. We're kind of talking to each other and just getting an idea of the shape that I like and what I think works best for my face. She's using special tools, and it's really a thing. I love it. Very cool process. All right, so we've done some brow mapping. I feel like Frankenstein. She's creating her eyebrow. I won't call it a monster because it's gonna look great, but it's so cool. I'm excited. I can already see how it's already coming in. Yes, so this is gonna be dope. All right, so I look all kinds of crazy, but she was showing me the different colors that we can use to swatch it out. The lighter and darker colors, and it's mixes of them. So we just figured that out, and now we are about to start the process. Are you mixing?
I'm mixing.
All right, so she's mixing the color right now.
I'm putting them in like a little shaker to get all the ingredients mixed together, so we get a good, nice mix of the colors.
Nice. And yes, I look all kinds of crazy, lay down and upside down, but you get the point. So I will show you all the process once we actually start the shading process.
So this is what kind of gives you that soft ombre instead of seeing that harsh line. So you're just gonna feel a little bit.
Okay. So the shading process includes outlining the brows without any lidocaine, which is the numbing cream. And then after it has been shaded, numbing cream is added. You wait about 20 minutes, and then the shading process will begin. It's gone over about 2 or 3 times, depending on how long or how dark you want your brows to be and last. And it's not a painful process, but it is quite tedious. Okay, so the final look is here, and I completely love them. Wendy is amazing, and I'll try to get up close without looking weird, but you can kind of see they're a little tender right now, obviously, because they were just done, but I love the shape. I love the texture. I love that I will be able to wake up and not have to worry about doing my brows for a minute. But I'm glad that you guys got a chance to see a little bit of this process. I have basically roughly about a 2-week process in terms of healing, but of course, the longer that I have the brows, the more that they will heal. And then at some point I will need to actually get a touch up as well, depending on how they look and how they feel. But I am excited about this. Of course, it was a lot of fun too, because she's also family. So our session was fun. It was different. We had all kinds of good conversations. Wasn't that right, Wendy? Mm-hmm. She ain't gonna come on camera right now because we're both sleepy, but you can hear her in the background.
But I'm here, y'all.
But I'm just really, really excited. And she paid so much attention to what I was looking for and what I wanted, so I could get the shape that I wanted and all the little small details, which is perfect, because if you're gonna have a tattoo on your face, essentially, then it needs to look good. But I'm excited, and I'm really, really just happy that I got this micro shading done. And I believe this is going to be something that I probably would have wished that I did sooner, because I think it's going to be that great and essential to my life. So stay tuned for how it heals. Of course, it's going to go through some ugly phases to get to the final product, because, you know, it is a cut at the end of the day in terms of just it being healed. But I'm ready to go through the process, because I want these brows to be able to be here and just help make my life so much easier in terms of getting ready from day to day and waking up with brows again, like I used to when I was younger, before all the things took my brows away. Well, didn't take them all the way, but took them away more than they were. You know what I'm saying. Anywho, so that's it for now. And then I will catch back up maybe tomorrow or a day after. Maybe I'll wait a couple days just so you can kind of really see what's happening in terms of the healing. Okay, people, so it's day 2 of my brows, and as expected, it is darker than it was yesterday. So they almost look super black, but they are beautiful still. I know that this is gonna get darker today, it'll be darker tomorrow, and then around day 5 is when the peeling should start. Truth be told, I'm excited about getting to the peeling part and the lighter part. The faster I go through the process, the sooner that I'll be able to have my brows and see like what the final product will be. But so far, I absolutely love it. I already feel like it makes me look a little bit more youthful. It actually reminds me of my eyebrows that I had when I was in high school. And I'm just ready to go through the rest of the process. So far, so good. As far as pain, I have a pretty high pain threshold, so I don't know if I'm the best person to be able to gauge. But right now, to be honest, I don't feel any pain. It does feel tighter around the area because it did swell up a little bit. So I can tell something took place there, but unless you touch it, it's really no pain. It can be a little tender, and even today it's really not tender like it was yesterday. So as far as the pain level, it's pretty minimal. The most that I felt in regards to pain yesterday was more so the initial outlining of the eyebrow, where she couldn't use the lidocaine to numb it, and then after it was numbed, after a while you could feel the wiping, because she has to wipe off the tattoo ink over and over again. And that's more so just an annoyance than it is pain, because it's tender at that point. But truth be told, outside of having some swelling and a little bit of a headache after the fact, and that could just be because I was tired in general, there was minimal pain for me. So I'm believing that whenever I get to the touch-up process, that it should be even simpler, because I'm already used to kind of the feel of it. It's not as long of a process because everything's already really there. It's just touching up certain areas, and the healing process is a lot shorter. So yeah, this is what we're looking like. I like. Okay, people, so it is day 3 for my brows, and so far so good. It hasn't started peeling yet, which is good because it's not supposed to start peeling until day 5, so that means I'm not doing the most. For the first time, the night after I got them done. So on day 2, I was able to wet them for the first time. I was very careful. I used very gentle very gentle cleanser to cleanse them, but I'm like barely touching them because I don't want any problems. And then for the first time today, I actually was able to put the A&D ointment on, so that's why they're looking a little bit shiny. But you can see they're super dark still, which is kind of what they're supposed to be the first couple days until they start peeling. So I'm assuming around day 5-ish is when I'll see a little bit of crackling. Again, they just still feel really tight. Well, not really tight. They still feel tight when I make an expression. So like if I like raise my eyebrows, or if I'm doing something and my face kind of like gets a little bit more tension in that area, then I can definitely feel like, aha, something has been done there. But I still love the look. Obviously it's a lot darker than it will be. So it is looking a little bit crazy in terms of how dark it is, but I still love it and I'm excited. So I will keep y'all posted. I probably won't post again or come back on here again. Why am I saying post? I'm getting my Instagram and my YouTube all confused. But I probably won't come back on here again until maybe it starts peeling, unless something crazy happens. So I can kind of show you what that process is looking like. But so far so good. I absolutely love them. Waking up in the morning and seeing brows there automatically makes me feel so happy on the inside. So it's the small things, people, it really is. Okay, people, so it is day 5, day 5, which is the first day that it's supposed to start scabbing, and it has started scabbing, but thankfully it didn't start earlier, and actually it's not too terrible. So I'm gonna try to pull up close so you can kind of see right here, and by the tail is starting to scab up. Of course it's like super dark, a little on this side too. So I'm assuming that I'm gonna start seeing it snap, crackle, pop a little bit more than it has been, but it still looks great. People still are complimenting me on it, even though it is super dark. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing it kind of scab, hopefully little by little, so that I'm not looking too crazy out here in these streets, and kind of seeing how the full color is gonna come into blend. But I'm just grateful that it is actually going according to plan and according to what Wendy told me was gonna happen. So I'm assuming probably by tomorrow and by the weekend, as it is a Thursday, actually Thanksgiving Day at the time that I'm doing this, that it's just kind of starting to crackle. And so far so good. There's a little bit of like tingle itching, but it's not been terrible. It hasn't been bad enough that's made me want to like actually scratch it. And I've been really good at keeping my hands off of it. So I'm grateful so far. I'll keep y'all posted on how it's going. Of course, it has been quite a chore to make sure like I'm washing my face carefully and not scratching it and all those things, but so far so good. So this is it, day 5. I'll keep y'all posted when it starts looking a little bit crazier. Okay guys, so it's day 7 with my brows, which means it's been a full week since I had my ombre powder brows done, and I have had the peeling process begin. It actually began yesterday on day 6, and I have a still shot, so I'll insert that somewhere for you to see exactly what it was looking like when it first started, but it was in the wee hours of the morning when I discovered it, and I was like, I am not about to grab this camera and do any videos. But I did take a quick picture so you can see how it started. It was kind of cool. It was weird. The peeling was so like neat around my brow that it almost looked the way that like a snake skin peel is. I know that sounds gross, but it was fascinating to me. Anywho, that means that I am halfway through the process now that it started. So I'm gonna do a little close up. So you can see right here, the first part of this one has started peeling, but the second part of this one has started peeling. So you can kind of see the lighter color right there. It's still darker where there's still scab. And then the lighter color there is still darker where there's still scab. So it has definitely began. It's underway, and I'm excited. Of course, I checked in with Wendy to be sure that I'm on the right track, and she said it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. So even though it's a little bit of an ugly phase, I'm glad that it's going the way that it should. So I will check in with you guys in a couple of days, maybe once the scabs like officially scab off. I know that it's gonna, like right here, it looks so much lighter. So I know it's going to look lighter, almost as if I got nothing done at all. And then as it heals, the color will come back. So I will check in with you all maybe once majority of the scabs have come off. Guys, it's so tempting to like pick, but you cannot. And I have not. So I'm proud of myself, especially when you see them just like hanging on by a string. Anyways. But I'm proud of myself. Normally that would be very difficult for me, but I want these to heal properly. So I'm being very good. But yes, day 7, we are on a roll. And yes, I'm keeping these edges down. So don't judge me. It is what it is. Okay, people, so it is the end of the night on day 11. I haven't actually checked in for a little bit because I was like, I'm not going to keep on doing these videos until there's some real changes happening. So as you can see, as I get a little closer, the scabs are all gone. However, I was talking to Wendy, who did my brows, and I have some ghosting still going on, which basically means that this brow is a little bit lighter and all the color hasn't come through, so it looks a lot different than this brow still. So they still got to kind of balance each other out. But even though the scabbing process was a little weird, it actually wasn't that bad. I think the scabbing actually ended around day 9. So yeah, around day 9, I think all the scabs were officially gone for me, because I know everyone's process is different. I still am not wearing any makeup on the upper part of my forehead. So if you see the difference, that's what's going on. But yeah, so outside of that, I just really want the color to come in. She says it's normal, around day 14 to roughly day 28, depending on the person, is when it should start coming back through. But I'm actually really excited because I feel like this one still kind of is holding more of the color. This one is still holding some of the shape because I still have a tail, but I just want it to be thicker, like this one is thicker. So I will keep you all posted, but so far so good. I'm, officially 2 weeks out from having them done and just still have more of a healing process to go through. So I will continue to keep you all posted on how we are doing, but that's where we're at, day 11. Okay, people, so it's been almost exactly 2 months. I got my brows first done on November 19th, and now it is January 19th, and I'm coming back to Atlanta to see my girl Wendy, aka my cousin, aka the amazing brow specialist that she is, to get my touch up on my brows. So I'll come in close a little bit. So mine faded a little bit because I have oilier skin on my forehead and my T-zone, even though you can still see the color for sure, especially my tails. Praise God that the tails stayed because that's where I needed the most love. So we are going to go in and do the touch-up, and I am super excited because they will be revived and renewed. And we're going to, maybe go in a little bit darker, do something a little bit different. And then I will continue to keep you all on this journey so you can see where I am from there. I don't even know how many weeks it's been, but yeah, it's been roughly, literally exactly 2 months. So you're seeing the whole process, including the touch-up of how this looks. So in a little bit, I will be under her care, and once I get them done, I will be back and show you what my touch-up is looking like. But this is what we're looking like right now, so stay locked. Okay, so we are mapped out now for my touch-up. It was a lot quicker, a lot easier because, of course, the general shade is already there. So we're about to go ahead and figure this color out and then start the process. Hello, brows. I look forward to seeing you once again. Okay, we're done now. Hey, so I am 3 days out from my touch-up, and as I mentioned before, I'm doing the dry healing, so I have not gotten this wet since I got it done 3 days ago, and so far so good. It has not started peeling yet. You can see that I haven't, so if I look crazy, I'm not wearing any makeup on the top part of my face, just on the bottom, but everything so far is still intact. You can see kind of at the top though, it has definitely started to kind of create its scabs. So I have no doubt that in a couple of days it will, probably start peeling, but I'm excited to see how it all turned out. We did end up going darker, which I'm glad. And we also did 2 passes with the darker color and with the dry healing. So I am anticipating that this healing process will go extremely well, that they will definitely only fade by 30 to 40% this time instead of 70 to 90%, and that they will be what I want. And hopefully, I won't have to do a touch up ever if I don't want to, or for a long, long time. So I'm not going to, keep on keep on checking in, because obviously you all have seen my first whole process, but I do want to take you all through the touch up process and kind of show you where I'm at. So I will show you what this peeling process is like once I get there with the dry healing, and then show you what the final results are in 10 to 14 days once the healing process for this kind of takes place. So I'm excited, I'm hopeful, and I can't wait to see how my fully healed brows for my touch-up end up looking. But this is day 3 of my touch-up. All right, here we go. All right, guys, I'm focused on my brows because I am just chilling today, but this is day 16 and my brows are pretty much fully healed from my touch-up. They definitely did a lot better with the dry healing than they did with the wet healing, even though they did take a little bit more time to heal with the dry healing for me than they did with the wet healing. So with the dry healing, I pretty much for the first maybe 5 or 6 days, didn't get them wet at all. I don't even think that I used any A&D ointment at all. And then finally on day 6, when they were starting to peel a little bit more, is when I introduced water at night and then the A&D ointment as needed, but mostly at night. So they kept a lot more of the pigment and I'm excited. I think this right brow is just going to do what it wants to do. Okay. Like this area still, I'm hoping a little bit more color comes back, but even if it doesn't, it's a stark difference than when I did it before. So I will show myself with a full face and you can kind of see how it all blends in a little bit later. And that is the end. We are at the end of my brow journey. I'm so excited that I did this because it makes such a difference getting up in the morning. All right, people, this is the final video. My brows fully healed weeks later, full face of makeup. So you can see how everything looks. And the only thing that I put on them is just a little something to keep them in place. But I'm definitely happy with what I've done. I know this brow some of the color did not come back as much as this one did, but truth be told, it's not terribly noticeable. And if I really want to, I can, fill in any sparse areas with pencil, but my forehead tends to be a little bit oilier. So I think that has a lot to do with my healing process and also with the color and pigment staying. But that's it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this vlog of my I'm talking about first and touch-up ombre brow process. But I love y'all and I love these brows. All right, take care. Peace. Special thanks to Wendy Oliver, my brow specialist in Atlanta with Exalted Beauty by Wendy. You know the motto, always keep the faith and let the Lord fight your battles. Thanks for watching, Faith Fam. Be sure to subscribe, share, and like this episode, and I'll see you back on my channel soon.